This is the Sons of Liberty Gunworks Mark I AR-15. And it's an AR-15. You've seen one, you've seen them all. But have you? All right, so here's the thing. Depending on like where you are in your firearm journey, like if you're from like kind of back in the gap, back in the days, you're probably fatigued as hell with AR-15s. You're like, okay, AR-15, AR-15. I remember back then, like you could drop a new AR-15 every 2 minutes and everyone's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Then after a while, it was kind of like, well, okay, it's an AR. Cool story, bro. And I kind of was like that about this gun, right? So I had somebody who is in the industry and they reached out to me. They're, hey, we want to put this in your hand, have you try it out, see what you think. And I'm like, what is it? He's like, it's an AR. And then my head went, okay, an AR. Okay. But I was like, all right, cool. He sent me pictures of it. And I was like, cool looking gun, you know. I said, okay, send it over. All right, so I go pick up the gun from FFL. And immediately I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. Because my friend who works at the store that is my FFL, he was like, man, this Sons of Liberty Gunworks rifle is really dope, man. He's like, I'm really excited to see what you think of it. And I was like, I mean, what's so special about it? And he couldn't really quantify it in text. It's like, you could geek out on this thing. There are a lot of little itsy bitsy pieces and things that are well thought out. And that's the thing with the ARs now. If you're gonna do an AR, you're going to have to do something that feels different. The problem is, then if you do something too different, it's not an AR, it's an entirely different gun. So it's gonna have to be a sum of all of its pieces that come together in a way that make the AR feel special. It's not, you're not gonna be able to see it visually. Yes, this camo color, this black camo is dope as shit, but we've seen black camo. The first thing I noticed when I got my hands on this gun, first thing that stood out to me was this texture on the rail. I hadn't really ever seen that before. It's a lot different than what I'm used to. Basically, it's kind of like integrated rail scales, so to speak. It's not rail scales, but it has a texture that makes running this gun really, feels really good. Because sometimes what ends up happening is when you're running a rifle and your hands, especially out here in this heat, your hands start getting sweaty and then you're like, and then you're trying to hold on to the rifle, you just can't do it. And this right here, the amount of grip and traction that I get, I forgot how to shoot. The amount of grip and traction that I get from this rail is sublime. The second thing I noticed immediately when I picked up was there's no play. There's no play. Now, some rifles, a lot of rifles tend to have a lot of play. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't mean the rifle is bad, but it does kind of affect your shooting experience. Like, it just doesn't feel high quality. I don't care how high quality the parts are. If there's too much play in the rifle, and it could be the most reliable rifle on the planet. It's like, think of the AK. The AK has very loose tolerances. That's what makes it super reliable, but it also is what kind of makes it feel cheap. Like it just is what it is. This feels tight. The lockup between the upper and the lower, it is super tight. And it makes for a more enjoyable shooting experience because you're not feeling the rifle flex under recoil. Now, like I said before, just because a rifle has that play doesn't mean it's a bad rifle, but just having one that has a tight fit, it just makes the rifle feel that much more special.
Before you finish watching this video, a word from our sponsor. Have you ever thought about making a living in the firearms industry? If you enjoy gun repair, ballistics, and learning about firearms, Sonoran Desert Institute's online courses might just be a good fit for you. To find out more, visit sdi.edu or call 480-999-4767 today.
Now, another thing I noticed, the recoil. So right now I'm running a Huxworth flow-through brake, and it came with it on there like that. And I gotta say, when you start going into the sensation of recoil within an AR, it's kind of, you're playing a very finicky game, right? Like you're kind of making a mountain out of a molehill in a lot of ways. So the way this gun recoils is straight back. It feels like it's on rails. Sometimes you get ARs where you can kind of feel a little bit of play in the bolt carrier group, just kind of coming back and forth. And it's only something you're going to be able to notice if you're somebody who shoots ARs a lot or has shot ARs a lot. This feels solid, and it doesn't like it's. I have a hard time saying AR-15s don't recoil that much because most of them don't. You're shooting a 223. It's not like you're shooting a 308 or 30-06. But you you still start finding those minor differences that kind of come together, and create essentially what would be a better rifle. Now, this is the first mag. This is kind of my first time shooting it. So I'm telling you all this stuff off the cuff in terms of how it feels as I'm shooting and talking.
Sorry to interrupt the video, but I just want to talk about the range that I'm shooting on right now. You see, it's not actually just a range. It's actually a property called Whiskey Hollow, and it's in Conroe, Texas. It has a huge barn dominium in it with 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. There's a pond on the property. It's 15 acres in total, and you can hunt on the property, and there's a 300-yard range, which you should be shooting on right now. So if you're looking to do a little weekend getaway and just want to get away from it all for a little bit while having a range on the property for you to shoot, I'm going to put a link in the description section for you to check it out.
There's literally like a neighborhood right over there. It's freaking awesome. I love it. Anyway, back to the rifle. Feature sets, right? So a lot of these stuff that I'm about to talk about now, you could change if you want to, but the stock, meh. Functionally, I like it. It's this Magpul. I don't even know what Magpul stock this is. I saw it and I was like, oh, it's what is this? A DTPR, right? It kind of gives me a little bit of a designated marksman type stock. Visually, it kind of meh. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Functionally, it actually feels really good. Has a good cheek well. Sits really well on my shoulders. It's good. This B5 stock, this B5 grip though, I love this B5 grip. This B5 grip is tits. Now, again, this is things you can change. If you don't like them, just remove them. But I like this stock. I love the grip angle. I love the look of it. The safety selector, I'm more of a 45 degree. However, this works just fine. The little red kind of gives it a pop of color that I kind of like, kind of cool. This right here is a little obnoxious. 5.56. I mean, it makes it great for identifying what kind of rifle it is, but you kind of already know. I think it kind of kills it visually, but I guess some people like it. I'm not a fan. Other than that, I love this paint scheme. Paint scheme is awesome. And again, this charging handle is their charging handle too. It's a miniature charging handle. So I'm kind of torn because visually it looks incredible. Functionally, it works once I can get my grip on it, but I tend to like a bigger, beefier charging handle. Shut up, Peter. So it's easier for me to rip and grab it. But I mean, it does its job. It looks good. It looks flush with the gun. I dig it. Like this is definitely, and I know it sounds like a cop out, but it's a gun you have to go and shoot for yourself because pictures aren't going to do it. You're going to have to go out, actually hold it and understand. Now, is the gun doing anything revolutionary compared to other AR-15s? No. But again, this is for the AR geeks. These are for the people who love the AR platform and who can appreciate the subtle differences that this particular AR comes with. And it just kind of changes the whole overall shooting experience. It's kind of the equivalent. I always do car analogies, right? You can get a 911, you can just get a 911, you can just get a 911 Carrera, right? And base 911 Carrera, perfectly fine. But then you take a 911 ST and you're like, they look kind of the same. What's the difference? It's the subtleties and difference, the driving characteristics, the way it feels, the emotion, all of that stuff comes to you. Even something small and subtle as this texture pattern here, this texture here on this, oh, Jesus Christ, the texture on the rail, it gives you more tactile sensation. So the way this grip feels, all of that comes together and improves the shooting experience that you otherwise wouldn't have. I promise you, come out here, you pick up a rifle like this, and you go and shoot a regular bargain bin, off-the-shelf rifle that's like really affordable, will do what you need it to do. You shoot that, you'll be like, oh, this is cool. And then you'll shoot this, you'll be like, damn, this is a lot better. It's a lot better. It just depends where you place the value and what you want in your AR-15. That's what it boils down to. So AR-15 connoisseurs of that sort, they can pick this rifle up and feel, one, how it feels in hand, how you're able to run the gun, and it just sits flat. And now the trigger, which is what makes or breaks usually ARs, but then kind of doesn't, because you could just change the trigger. But when you're playing in this price point, in this category of AR, you don't want to have to do much to change things up to get it to where you need. So I actually really like this trigger. As you can see here, it's a 2-stage trigger, smooth. Silky up onto the wall, brakes, beautiful reset. Boom, break, beautiful resets. When it comes to AR triggers, you want your trigger to be clean. Whether it's a 1-stage, a 2-stage, you just want it clean. It can be even relatively heavy. It can be relatively long. If it is clean and it is smooth, it can make up for all of those, what is essentially for a lot of people, negatives. But this, not only is it smooth, it's clean. And the reset, as you can see here, the reset is short. Boom, right there. Take up is short. Boom, right there. And then it's smooth. I mean, you can just sit on it just so delightfully. I like these are the type of triggers I like. I love 2-stage triggers that are as clean as this. So as far as I'm concerned, this thing is, for my first time shooting it, I really like it. I really like the rifle. Again, is it revolutionary? No, it's not revolutionary, but it is damn good. It's a damn good feeling rifle. It's a damn good shooting rifle. It just, now paired it here with my 1-4 Leupold, and it just marries with it extremely well. Again, this is a rifle for AR geeks of sorts, right? For people who really love the AR platform and can appreciate the subtle improvements that come with each iteration of the AR-15 as we continue to improve it. The differences are not going to be magnanimous. They're not going to be huge. But this right here, this is, she f***s.